Well,
the average
sure.
Joe is getting nothing in this campaign.
Well, sure. I would just say this. You know what I think average people want from their government, from their party, from parties that are competing for their vote? I think they want honesty. I think they want a realistic plan that will make sure the long-term viability of this province remains strong. I think they want a balanced budget. I think they want to see us continuing to pay off debt. That benefits everyone. I'd make one more point, Sarah, and that's this. For 4 years, we have been working hard to address major infrastructure deficits, and we're making progress. That benefits everyone. We have been reducing taxes in historic ways. We've cut taxes for everyone in 4 years. We've reduced income taxes. A family of 4 that makes $50,000, ladies and gentlemen, because of our tax reductions, saved $8,000 over the last 4 years. 114,000 low-income people don't pay any provincial tax at all because of our government. We've reduced property tax for farmers and people that live in the city and for businesses. We've reduced the small business tax in the last budget. The list goes on. We have made strategic investments, key investments in healthcare and education. For example, education capital that had been ignored for a generation under the NDP. We've renovated a third of the schools in the province. If you look down the list, in healthcare and education, being there for rural Saskatchewan, for producers when they needed us, tax relief, debt pay down, that's for everyone. And I'm saying, what we're saying to the people in the province in this election is, there isn't a lot of big splashy promises in here because we've made a lot of progress. We're making progress every single day. There's some targeted initiatives here that will build on the progress that we have. And when we believe it's sustainable, you'll see more from us with respect to debt pay down, with respect to tax relief for families. But only when we know we can afford it, and only when we know it's part of a balanced budget plan.
You're probably not having to sell it to the people in this room who already acknowledge what you've done and feel it worked for them, but what's in this platform that sells it to the undecided, those Liberal voters who in some ridings don't have a choice this time and might pick you? What's in it for the undecideds that you really need to sell it?
Well, Sarah, I don't think that a good idea needs to cost a lot of money. And we're finding that as we've released our platform positions around the province. The most expensive promise that we made was the huge change, the innovative change for those with intellectual disabilities, which is an historic change in our province, and it's going to add 7,000 people with disabilities to those who will, to the list of those who are going to benefit, to get some extra resource on a monthly basis. I heard a lot of talk yesterday and this week as we traveled around Saskatchewan about our healthcare plan in the rural areas. There's parts there that are very similar to the NDP plan. One element that's completely different, it's in ours and not in theirs, is our decision, our plan to forgive the student loans for doctors who will practice in rural Saskatchewan, up to $120,000. Heard it from the mayor of Lanigan yesterday. They're building a clinic with the help of the Potash Corp. He said, we need some doctors. I heard your plan. I like it. I think it's something I can go sell to a doctor to say, come here and practice. And my point is that there are targeted initiatives in here. Families want to be able to save a little bit on clothing. They want their kids to be involved in music lessons and sports. And so there's a number of targeted initiatives in here. But Sarah, you ask what's in here for those who might have voted Liberal or NDP or Sask Party last time. What is in here is responsible. What is in here is a balanced budget. This is a document that builds on the amazing momentum that we have in the province right now. The biggest threat to where we are as a province is deficit and a weak economy. And the prescription for those things are right here. The deficit, certainly at $3.1 billion without the revenue share piece costed, and the tax change they'd make to potash. Right in the middle of the deal between the companies and the government. Right in the middle of the expansion. That's unprecedented in the province. They're going to change the rules if they're elected. So I think, I think our candidates, frankly, have asked for a responsible plan to campaign on. They have it. We have it, and we're going to be proud to go to every single doorstep and say, this is about stability, this is about growth, and this is about responsibility.